Hello and welcome to Zerkzank Says. This is the special 100th episode, where we're going to reminisce and look at the past 100 episodes that I couldn't have made without you guys' support. Well, that's not true at this point. I'm making this videos off my own back, but still, I appreciate the support. I'm not saying that it was required to make the videos, but I do like it, so I appreciate the fact that so many people took the time out on this video in particular, titled "Why Chess Sucks," where it's almost a trolley episode to start with, and the attitude that I present in it is very unfavorable, but some people decided that they would stick with it and they actually listened to it because I feel like it did make some logical arguments. And that's what Daniel Pal Smarrison says. Wow, you actually made a logical argument. Dota and StarCraft are confirmed better than chess. Well, this looks like sarcasm, to be honest, because Dota and StarCraft are confirmed better than chess. I said that they could be seen as better than chess, not that they're necessarily confirmed better, but I gave my reasons why. I didn't necessarily confirm it, but I just think why they're better. They're not the best games, but they're better than chess. It's down to preference, you know. My main argument was that a real-time game, infinitely better than chess. Having a fresh and unique scenario to play around is always better than chess. So, I appreciate this comment, thanks for that. Craig Kelly, why not just say, chess is not for me? While I agree with some of what you say, I've been playing chess 10 plus years at club level, had to give it up because it nearly killed me health-wise. I'm not sure how chess can kill you health-wise, but I said to him, yes, you're absolutely right. I could have phrased the title better than chess sucks. I should have phrased it as why chess is not the best PvP game, but, you know, no one's gonna click on that. The title gets more clicks on YouTube when you say chess sucks, so that's why I did that. But then I said to him, thanks for seeing past the title and watching the video, and asked how chess affected his health, because I really want to know how he had to give up chess because it nearly killed him. That's an interesting story right there. Probably. Dr. Sport, I was dubious at first, but being older and wiser than I once was, I listened to your video and you made a lot of sense, but still, I do like to try and play by my experience, and you're right, Grandmasters just know positions and the right thing to do, nothing to do with intelligence. It's not to do with what they're calculating in real time, that's to do with knowledge that they've got based on experience, which, you know, it's fair enough if you want to play a game like that, but just understand then, you're not measuring your intelligence if you just know a bunch of moves and scenarios. You know, you're not really calculating or trying to predict what can happen. You're just looking at the board and saying, well, in statistics, when this board state occurs, the best option for me is to move this piece to this position because that will give me the best strategic advantage most of the time. And then you do that move. It's not really much going into it. It's not really that exciting. So I say that's why chess kind of doesn't work. It loses the element of fun and engagement of strategic thought between grandmasters. But yeah, for novices, it's a great game. I think chess is like one of the best games for novices to play as a turn-based game, but once they've played it enough times, they realize, oh yeah, it's not that great. Trying to outplay your opponent on an equal level, that's exciting PvP. The element of passion and excitement, I say that's valuable for a PvP game, but it can also be rewarding to play from your own personal experience. By that I mean, it's like to feel like you one-upped your opponent because you knew more about them in advance. that can feel good. Let's be honest, that can feel good. It can feel rewarding, so I completely get what he's saying, that it's nice to play from your experience, but it limits the amount of calculation you're doing right there on the spot compared to novices who are thinking like, ooh, I could do this, I could do this, I could do this, I've got so many options. Well, you only have a few viable options, but you feel like you've got more options when you're a novice. So that it stays exciting. Oh, we get to John Ringle. I'll fucking kick you, little bitch ass. You have absolute no idea what you're talking about. This is not a positive comment, it's a hate comment. Yeah, so that's positive comments on this chess video. I'm really glad that people listened to it and didn't just say, you're wrong, I dislike your video. If they disagreed, they explained to me why they disagreed, which is very appreciated. Reading hate comments. Well, in my previous video, in this video, episode 99, I discussed the very angry man Rosas, who has posted, he unsubscribed from me and flagged my video and disliked the video, but he went and searched my video out the next day, even though he unsubscribed from me, and came back today with his repealed, edited, I'm not going to see what the edit is, I don't know. He comes back and he says, in his opinion, or his viewpoint, his perspective is that chess is more balanced than StarCraft 2, which is why it's better PvP game. I would explain to you why it's not, but let's continue and let's just read the full thing. StarCraft 2, like its MOBA cousins, League of Legends and Dota 2, is unbalanced and unfair. I'll just read it out before I come back to this all. I have played a little League of Legends, I have played much of Dota, and a solid amount of StarCraft 2, and none of the trio are good strategy games. Firstly, Dota 2 and LoL force you to rely on teams, and StarCraft 2 gives an unfair advantages to some races, Zerg, that are irreconcilable with other races, namely Protoss. So, in this situation, one of the things he said, Dota 2 and League rely on a team, yes. I was talking about 1v1ing experiences. You still haven't acknowledged that. I'm talking about specifically, exclusively, 1v1, not teams. One player versus one player. So we just completely ignore what he has to say about Dota and League, and just read what he says about StarCraft. He says that the races are unbalanced. Yeah, that's a game problem, game design problem that needs to be fixed. But it could easily be solved by saying both players have to play Zerg, both players have to play Protoss, both players have to play as the fucking Space Marines. I forgot what they're called in StarCraft because I just don't play it. To address chess, StarCraft 2 has a lot of knowledge that you have to have before going into the game, yeah. Build orders, length in the game, mine areas, chess does recur actions, playing bullet or blitz, yeah. But I was talking about normal chess, and then I was saying that bullet and blitz chess kind of edge towards the solution, but it's still a little bit turn-based, so it's like, you know, you can say whoever gets the first turn gets to make the first move, so they start dictating the game. Or you say, well, because this person made the first move, and I get to keep my pieces in the safe position, that it's fair because of that. Well, you're starting with one person going ahead of the other and taking turns to react. The fact that one person starts first, I know you can say it's balanced, but it just feels wrong. And I think both players have to start at the same time, or in Pokemon they have to just use a speed tie, or priority moves, or whoever's faster moves first. Except you don't have that in chess, because the chess is a very simplistic game that you don't have these extra things to consider. That's why that's another reason why I dislike chess. It's not got the extra stuff that you think about, and you say it's very simple, but it's very complex, and all of this, it's irrelevant, really. You move on instinct in Blitz chess, yeah, I guess, but if you're experienced, you're moving on experience, and yeah, you say, well, you build on experience in this. Blitz chess is still... I'm not saying it's a bad game, I'm just saying it's not a great game. Like, most games are not great games. I'm not saying I say like one game's better than the other. Doesn't matter, because none of them measure up to my actual standards for a PvP game. Like, I still haven't found the game that I want to play. I've not found the game that I want to play that is the perfect 1v1 game. It doesn't exist, as far as I can tell, so far from doing research. That is what I research, that is my topic of study. Games production, games design, games development. And the course I'm doing at the moment is a BSc, which means Bachelor of Science. Not a BA, which is a Bachelor of Arts. Is a different... If it was a BA, I can get where you're coming from, but even still, critical thought and analysis, research, information, breaking down information, all the things that go into it, doesn't matter. But to say that I have no experience and no opinion on this is just wrong, because I do look at a lot of games, and I don't measure success by number of sales that it makes, as opposed to, I just look at it like about how the game feels, because it's easy to make a game that just sells a lot. It's difficult to make a game that just feels good. So let's get back to this. You have to move on instinct based on patterns of other games, pattern recognition being a key part of intelligence, give you credit where credit is due, that's due, whatever. Chess openings are played out at the high level at the first 10-15 moves, already known, but once the middle of the game is reached, it proceeds to be an instinctual game. Well, if it's instinct, then it could be seen as gambling. So when he was trying to say that it's not gambling, then I don't get where you're coming from. If you're saying it's instinct, then you're saying it is gambling, but based on intuition, which is fine, because once you play the game a lot, you get a good intuition, that's experience. But when your game becomes just that, it's too simple, it's too closed. Turn-based games, there are some great ones. For instance, well, I've explained why turn-based games don't go. Civilization, nah, that's never good. That game isn't designed to be like a very fair sort of test your skill in a 1v1. That's meant for fun. Civ is just for fun. Crusader Kings 2, not played Crusader Kings or Europa Universalis, so I will not comment whatsoever on that. But then this is why I say this is a positive comment. He says, sorry for being an insufferable cunt in our other discussion. I appreciate the apology, and that's why I'm mentioning him here in this this comment here. Let's read this again though. To address my thesis upon balance, chess starts out with the same abilities and locations of the pieces, which makes it a balanced and fair game. Yes, it's a balanced and fair game, but one person goes before the other, and it proceeds to be a turn-based game. Does it matter who goes first? Well, yes and no. Like I said, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. The overall opinion is that I don't like it because it feels wrong, and a huge amount of game design is feelings. Like, I'm a statistical, factual guy, but games are feeling based. So combining elements of feeling, combining the scientific viewpoint to it, to say, well, we can calculate that because this is such a fair, if it was truly as fair as you'd want it to be, it would be like the whole concept of a fair game would be just imagine tennis, or imagine Pong, where two people are hitting a ball back and forth to each other, but without the ability to bend it to make it go into a different direction to where it came from. This music's really loud. So what I'm saying basically is the most fair game would be a game of Pong where it's just the ball bouncing back and forth, because you cannot argue that that's balanced, except it's not interesting. So chess being the way it is, I just disagree with it because it doesn't live up to my standards. This is a personal thing, but it is based on, it's based on good reason. I'll probably go into this in another episode, but take a look at it here and I'll explain each thing in depth at some point. Vanilla WoW is fun, and this game is brutal. That's another World of Warcraft video I made, but DMA Nex 100, Madman X 100, Michael, he said, enjoyable episode, vanilla really nailed the adventure part of Warcraft, which made you travel across Azeroth for all sorts of things. I do hope that in the future Blizzard change their minds on Legacy and open up a few servers. This is the kind of comment that I would love to see, because right here, enjoyable episode. He's given me some support, so I know to make more videos like this. I'll make more videos like this very soon, to be honest, because he enjoyed the episode, and I know that someone enjoyed the episode, someone liked it, got 108 views. That's positive. I can work with that. I can work from negative feedback, I can work from positive feedback. It's nice to have positive feedback because it means I can just keep doing what I'm doing, and that's good, because it's what I enjoy doing. But that's what I'll be doing. Hey, the music's changed again. I'm gonna switch back to the airport lounge. It is set to go for 17 minutes of music. To be how long an episode should be, but I just reset it back to here because I'm still talking. Come on, man, don't cut me off. Yeah, get into a nice discussion here. I don't need to explain it really, because this guy's, he's talking to me and supporting the video. I like that. It's nice. Let's go over and see what Zerxanks are throwing me. Ooh, it's fucking weird shit. My videos. Here it is. This game is brutal. And 10 years on YouTube. These are the two other videos that I wanted to address with nice comments that I remember, because I remember them. I do, most of them. Can't remember everything, but remember Madman X. He's made a comment. I like that he commented on multiple videos. Recurring fan, or recurring supporter, or just recurring enthusiast of World of Warcraft. Whatever he is, whoever he is, Michael, it's cool. Or Mikhail. I'd like to play, but I can't create an account. It's been 3 days waiting for this. So this guy couldn't get on. I explained to him how to get on. Sent him a link to Elysium, which you can get on now, and they are starting up a server on the 7th of January. If you want to get in on that, straight from the beginning. Fresh server in vanilla. Very exciting. We're crowded, but exciting. Thanks for the tip, brah. Gonna try that. Cheers. It works now, so that was nice. I got to help him. I liked helping him, and I'm sure that he appreciated the help. So it's a win-win for both of us. Here I want to talk about my 10 years on YouTube and how I've had minimal success, but I'm fine with minimal success as long as I'm making stuff. I'm happy to just make stuff and have no success with it, because I don't care about success. I used to, and I used to care about it, and I expected it, but now I don't expect it, and I don't care about it, so I'm fine to just keep going. But I do still like the support. For example, Mohammed Ashfaq has said, "Nice to meet you, bro. Found you as a nice person as Miss Julie said. Respect for you and pray that you get more subscribers." See, I like this. I don't know Mohammed, but I think he knows my mum, because that's why he said Miss Julie, and that is my mum, Julie. He's praying for me to get more subscribers. Now, I don't think that praying to a deity will help me get subscribers, but like I say, it's the thought. It's the thought that counts. Whether it helps or not, you know, that'll be nice if it does. But I'm glad that he's shown some support like this, positive support. If he likes the content, that's great. If he doesn't, but he's still supporting me, you know, that shows how strong of a person you have to be to do that, to support somebody that you don't like, just because you want to see more success. Like, I want to see success, people I don't like. That's why in my next video I'm going to be discussing my housemates, why I want my housemate to have success, even though I disagree with him, because I just want to see success everywhere. I want to see humanity thrive. But in the next episode I'll discuss why I don't think that could be the case for a certain housemate of mine. He will not have success and thrive positively for humanity because he's kind of a difficult person to reason with. He doesn't like reason. Anyway, thanks for watching. 100 episodes. It's been good. It's still gonna be good in the future. Probably. You know, it's not. Doesn't matter, because I'll still be making episodes and we can talk about why it's bad in the future. Peace out.